This is a guide to some of our irises here at Devon Pond Plants. The type of irises that most people will be familiar with are border irises, which really need hot, dry conditions to flower properly. They are not the irises we're going to talk about today, and we don't stock them. So what we do stock is marginal irises. They need their feet in the water. That's the Pseudacorus, Iris Pseudacorus range and the Iris Versicolor range. And then we also supply Iris Sibirica and Iris Ensata, which like very damp banks, reliably moist. So I'll start with the Pseudacorus. And these are the ones, the common yellow flag will be the one that most people associate with ponds. It's a good, strong native. People are often frightened about how vigorous it is, but if it's in a smaller pond, all you need to do is repot it when it starts creeping out of the pot. We've got some lovely variations on the Pseudacorus. There's this one's Iris Pseudacorus alba, and it's very popular with designers as not too bright a yellow. And then we've got, this one's a really interesting one, sort of slightly limey yellow, limey green yellow. That's Iris Pseudacorus krill. I've managed to find one example of Iris Pseudacorus bastardii, but that is pretty indistinguishable from alba. And then quite an unusual, very strong purple one. This is Iris Pseudacorus Holden's child. Very strong and vigorous, but unusual for its purple colour. And then if you like double flowers, this is a double flowered version of the yellow flag, Iris Pseudacorus floriplena. And a very unusual one. This is Holden's clough, and there's also Berlin tiger, which have very strange brown markings on the petals. When you buy your water iris or marginal iris, it will be supplied in a mesh pot, which you can just drop straight into the pond, or you can pot into a bigger one if it's looking like it needs it. And here's a 2 litre one. These are the versicolors. Again, these are good, strong irises for within your pond. And the main common variety is just plain Iris Versicolor. Here's a rather spectacular dark purple one, and that's Concerto. The very, very aptly titled Regal Surprise, which is truly majestic in scale, sort of coming in at about that high. And Pacifica, which has got really pretty veined leaves, petals. And a much smaller iris, Iris Versicolor Kermesina, which is very useful for small ponds and where you don't want to plant with too much height. And then quite an interesting, very dark purple one. This is Iris Versicolor Mysterious Monique. So these are the main water irises for planting in your pond. And then when we look at the Sibiricas and the Ensatas, you'll usually purchase them in a 2 or 3 litre pot, or alternatively bare root. And you can see the Sibiricas range from through blues and whites mostly. This is Iris Sibirica Butter and Sugar. And we've got a very pretty pale blue one, that's Perry's Blue. And this is a very popular one, Caesar's Brother. And the Ensatas, really so whites, pinks, purples, blues. Actually, that's not. So you can see you've got a wide choice. This isn't even the whole variety. And then we've got the levigatas, which I didn't mention. They're also a water iris and mostly in blues. This one's mottled beauty. And then that's the variegated Iris levigata variegata. So that was a brief guide to some of the irises we have here at Devon Pond Plants. Please do remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel so that you don't miss out on any future videos.